For New Year's in Japan, children receive envelopes containing freshly printed money bills, and they receive these from their adult relatives as well as friends of the family. It's a practice known as Otoshidama. But why? Is there a history behind this practice? There is, and originally, the practice had nothing to do with neither children nor money. It was completely different. But to understand this, we have to go back to the Kamakura period. Well, okay, some say the Edo period as well, but point being, it was a long time ago. So the origins of the word, the original Otoshidama, actually comes from offerings being made to a particular god. Now, what was offered were rice cakes in the form of kagami mochi, which is a specific type of rice cake, kagami meaning mirror, and again, mochi meaning rice cake. What this type of mochi was you would have a big mochi on the bottom, a medium one on top of it, and then you would have a decoration on top. Some leaves or something to make it pretty. Now this kagami mochi would be offered again to a specific god known as Otoshigami-sama. The O is a way to make the word more polite, and you often see it in Japanese like ocha, S&T, osake, alcohol, etc. It's all over the place. Now gami means god, and sama is a way, again, to respect or honor somebody that you're speaking to. And so it's common practice to put this behind the name of gods, always. And so the name of the god is Toshi. Now, interestingly, his name was written with the Chinese character for year, or the kanji for year, also read as Toshi. However, he's not the god of time or the god of years or anything like that. He's the god of bountiful harvests. But here you might wonder, why is that? Well, the interesting thing is, how often would you in the past harvest, or most of the time now even, once per year? And so because you harvested once per year, so one harvest, 1 year, they sort of became synonymous, and that's why his writing is Toshi. So now we have the first part of the word, Otoshi, from the god. Now we need the Dhamma part. Now, currently it's written as Tama, or ball, the character for ball, and sometimes in Japanese when you combine Chinese characters, they will change their sound, so go from tama with a T to dama with a D, so otoshidama. This part, however, was when they offered up these kagami mochi, these rice cakes, to the god. Supposedly, he would come down and he would instill a bit of his soul into the mochi. Now, soul in Japanese is tamashi, and the first part of that, tama, is where it originally came from. So it was the god and then his soul, otoshidama. Then the family would get to take back a bit of that rice cake, and they would share it among the family, all eating it. And that way, sort of be blessed or receive good luck for the year to come. And that was the original practice of Otoshidama. Now that does leave a lot of questions though, doesn't it? Because when did it transition to cash, and why given to children only? Well, to address that, there are two separate episodes we're going to look at. Firstly, we're going to move until almost less than 100 years ago, in the Showa period, when Japanese experienced its period of rapid economic growth. Around this time, a lot more people started being paid in wages, and a lot less families and households were offering up kagami mochi to the Otoshigami-sama. As a result, people transitioned towards using cash instead, and over time, that became only for children. Why the children part, though? And why the giving it to the children? This might be from an entirely separate practice known as Onenshi. Again, historically, this developed over time where when people visited another family on New Year's, they would bring gifts known as Onenshi. And over time, these would also be given to the children. So quite possibly, the current version of Otoshidama was the combination of the original Otoshidama, transitioned through the economic growth period, combined with the practice of Onenshi of giving gifts when visiting another family. These two put together have become giving money to children around the New Year's if you're visiting another family. So that is the practice of Otoshidama that it is today.